voodoo bandits, man. Voodoo chasers.
As the brother was saying, as the more we get closer to the end, the more them demons are gonna intensify. You know?
Voodoo chasers, man.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Just keep the shit real, man. Anyway, you're going, brother. That's a spirit.
That's a spirit.
You see, it's just little things like that, man. Like little things like that you gotta do. But that's a part of what you were saying. Going through the hard work so that we can be qualified. That's a part of it, man. And then we gotta see the wickedness that these people are doing, and really what the Lord is doing at the same time. He's making us to hate evil. When you come to the truth and you get down in this thing, the more you start to hate this world.
Yeah.
And then it comes to the point where you begin to hate evil. So when the next world comes around, you won't allow evil to come because you hate it, man. You built your hatred on this shit. Hurts, man. You're going, brother.
Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with thy right hand of my righteousness.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to deliver us in his right hand in his righteousness. Go on.
Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded.
Right.
They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish.
Yeah, and that includes the 2/3 of Israel, because you had certain groups, certain Christian groups amongst our people that was saying against what we were saying. And then you had the Kemetic community that came around us and started talking shit about us, like what's the guy's name, man? What's his name? Netta TV. That whole entire crew, they came up against us. At one time, they came around us and everything like that to learn to hear what we were saying, and then they turned against us, man. That was like what, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. So, and it's funny because really they actually know the truth. They know what we're talking about. So now there's no cloak for their sins. And by them coming around us, because they came around us first. Because I remember Apostle Hall, as he always says, and we all agree, right? That there's no reason to walk up to a group of jakes to debate. We're not here to debate. We're here to bring out the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, I remember, Apostle Hall would say, man, I ain't going up there to debate them guys, man. They didn't want to debate us, but we ain't going up there. So what happened was they wound up coming down to the apostles instead. And then, what is it, man? What's the guy's name? Brother No Light.
Whole lot, yeah.
Right? He said, man, you almost convinced me, man. You almost convinced me of the truth. But what turned him up was the scripture talking about Jonah when he was caught up in the big fish. He got caught into the mouth of the big fish, so that's what turned him up. And that kind of sort of thing. But from that year and a couple of years onwards, they've been talking shit about us. And at one time too, Brother No Light, he was trying to set up the Crips, I believe, to get us killed. And it all revolved around the rape situation.
He was in his emotions.
Yeah.
And he done it live as well. It was a live thing, send out for these camps.
He's
condemned, isn't he? And he shut up the Bible, so yeah, he is condemned.
Yeah.
Definitely condemned.
You're going, bro.
Isaiah 41 and 12. Thou shalt seek them, and thou shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing.
Right, they that war against thee shall be as nothing. These devils trying to war against us, and these demons amongst our own trying to war against us. And they're going to be found out, and they're going to be made ashamed of that. That's why it says in the book of Daniel 12 that some shall wake up to everlasting life, and some to everlasting contempt. So you don't want to be on the left-hand side or the wrong side of the Most High. You want to be on the right-hand side, man. Go on, brother. Because when it's all said and done, you're going to be the one frightened in your heart. You're going to be the one looking back. Because there's certain thoughts that most of us going to put in your minds to remember what you did.
Yeah.
And that's going to really, literally destroy you emotionally. Mm-hmm. And that's why Jake is going to have their heads down. But we're going to say, we're going to say to the majority of Israel, look, man, hey, you didn't know what was up. It's cool, man. You know what I mean? You didn't know. This is the lot you had to play. Those are the cards you were dealt with. And then Jake, they're going to be all right. But for a long period of time, Jake is going to feel ashamed of themselves. Yeah. It's those thoughts of the things that they did, it's going to conflict them. Go on, brother.
They that war against thee shall be as nothing.
Yeah.
And as a thing of naught.
Yeah. And it's a thing of naught. Go on.
For I, the Lord, Yahawah, Yahawashi, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee.
Right, saying unto them, fear not, for I will help thee. This is talking about the elect, the teachers out there that put their lives on the line. And that's what we do on a week-to-week basis. Some brothers go out, you know, on different days or what have you, but we put our lives on the line, and we out here for hours. Okay? Like I said, man, we've been out here for years, and there's times when we've experienced getting arrested and getting into fights. Certain brothers getting into fights with people. Certain brothers almost getting shot, stabbed for doing the Lord's work. So this is a serious deal. This is not a thing where we just come out here, oh, it's a nice day, it's, you know, it's August and the sun is out. Let's just come out here, brothers, and let's just, no. We do this because it's commanded of us to do. What's up, bro? We do this because we're commanded by the Spirit to do this. When you become born again, you have to apply these scriptures, and the scriptures tells us to come out here into the highways and the hedges to where people can see it. And you got to stay out there no matter what the conditions are. You got to come out here. Now, if you're sick to the point where you can't come out here, then you got to do what you have to do, because you're in the flesh. But what I'm saying is we have to be here. We have to be out here because it's a commandment. You know? Go on, brother. Even if your back is hurting sometimes, when you come out here.
And you know what? When you come out here, you might be feeling sick. So like when you come out here, you might be feeling sick, and you notice once you get here, them infirmities start going because the Spirit, it heals.
Yep.
The Spirit's a healer.
Yep.
It's Isaiah 31 and 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet not shall thy teachers be removed into the corner anymore.
Yeah.
But thy eyes shall see thy teachers.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers. So like you were saying, nothing's going to move us off the streets. We're going to be here to present the word. This is something that the Most High Power wants. He wants us to come out here to present his word while he's bringing the end of this world. Because in order for the Lord to bring the complete end, the Lord has to convey a reason as to why. And we are those out there that are going to show you the reason as to why he's bringing the end and why certain men are going to be delivered and certain men are going to be judged. All right? And everybody's going to be a witness to what we're saying, so to speak.
That goes hand in hand with the prophets read about how though Israel be as the sand in the sea, it shall in the place where it said unto them, you're not my people, there shall be said that you are the children of the living God. Because who's telling them that? The teachers.
Yeah.
They're teaching Israel their culture.
Yeah.
It's being said unto them that you are the Israelites. Who's telling them that? Starting from Abba Bivens on down, starting with Elijah the prophet, on down, man. Okay, King David, on down, man.
Yep.
Okay, to the average prophets you see us here. Okay, we're teaching our people their culture. We're also telling them about prophecy. We're giving them the whole role.
Basically,
We're giving them the whole role. We're telling them your culture, the commandments, prophecies, precepts. Okay. We're telling them everything.
Yep.
Alright? We're giving you the whole truth. Alright, we're giving you everything that you need in order for you to be saved. Alright, and this is all the Lord's doing. It goes to Ezekiel 37 about the Lord put to stand sinews and flesh upon their bones.
Yep.
And they stood upon an exceeding great army, prophesying unto the wind. Okay? Remember themselves in the land of their captivities. That's the Most High is doing because of his love. The love that he has for us as a nation. See, this is what the Christians will never conceptualize. They can never conceptualize that the love of the Most High is only for the children of Israel. Okay? Most High had never had love at any point in time to other nations of people. The Lord doesn't change. His love is always towards the so-called blacks, okay, and native, so-called Native Americans, man. Okay, those people there. So this the Lord, he casts us off because of sin. Yeah, destroyed us, man, to the foundation.
Yep.
Okay, and then brought us back up again. The Lord broke and he bindeth up. Alright? He set us down and he bring it back up again.
Right.
Yeah, you can get that in Samuel's, bro.
Okay? Bring it down to the grave
Yeah.
and he resurrect us back up again. Alright? So this is all an example of the Lord's mercy. But it all starts with his first fruits. We're the first fruits because we were born again first over the majority of our nation. Masses, thousands, if not millions of Israelites. But we was woken up. We was chosen to be woken up. You know, and it wasn't by our own works why we were woken up. It's not like I was a hard worker at school. So the Lord said, oh, well done for, you know, getting 5 GCSEs. So now I'm going to give you the gift of faith. You know what I'm saying? It weren't by my works. Because I was like average, man, in school. I wasn't no genius, man. Even at school, I look over at my other person's paper and copy, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't some smart guy, you know what I'm saying?
According to the world.
According to the world.
Yeah, according to the world.
You know what I'm saying? Always in and out of jobs, you know what I mean? Never finished anything. I never finished nothing. Okay? Hopefully this is the one thing that I'll be able to finish, man. To finish my course, man.
Like Bobosa.
Yeah. It's the one thing I'll be able to finish, but this is all the Lord's doing. It's not of him that worketh, but it's him that willeth, right? That's in Romans 9. You know what I'm saying? In Romans 9, it's not of him that worketh, but of him that willeth. Right? So the Most High's will is that you was woken up. Was that you was woken up.
Yeah.
You was woken up. This brother here is woken up. Brothers you see out there in the highways and hedges. For those certain brothers to be woken up over all the millions of other Israelites that could have potentially have been woken up. You know? But we were woken up first. They will be woken up, but just not now.
Yeah.
Just not now. On the other side, they'll wake up. You know what I'm saying? When the culture is their primary, you know, that's the thing that they will learn first. Is their culture, is their language. You know what I'm saying? Is the laws and everything like that. That's when they will be woken up. But now, it's just the brothers you see, man. And this is the Most High's doing. Okay? You got a precept?
I've got a precept concerning the elect. Let's go to Romans 8 and 29.
The scriptures talk about the elect angels as well.
For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed.
Because he foreknew us. He knew us because we were in the beginning, man. Go ahead.
To be conformed to the image of his son.
To be conformed into the image of his son. So that's what it means to be like a real Christian. Because we're in the image of the man who we're following, the image of the Lamb. You know, we're representatives of Yahawashi. Because Yahawashi said, I will be with you even unto the ends of the world, right? Does it mean physically? No. It means on a spiritual level. He said, I will send my comforter, and he shall bring all things to your remembrance, man. So we're all pretty much miniature Yahawashis. If you want to be, you know, technical. Yeah, Messiahites, man. Okay? They called us Christians in Antioch, in Turkey. That's where Antioch is. Alright? We never called ourselves that. That was just a label that was put on us. Alright? So
that he might be the firstborn among many brethren.
He might be the firstborn among many brethren. So Yahawashi, he was the first of us all. So we're all also the first fruits.
Spirits.
Okay? We're the first to know Yahawah. There's no one else that knows that name except us. We brought that name to the table. Alright? We published that name. So we're the firstborn.
That's the order.
Okay, that's the order, man. the Lord made himself known unto us first. So that means something. That means every brother here, you're special. Because the Lord ain't gonna make himself known unto everybody. He ain't gonna give, he's gonna give the gift of his spirit to everybody. That's why he said, only you have I known.
Isaiah.
The other nations, the Lord likens them to drop that water from a bucket, man.
Yep.
The Lord don't even, his eyes are not upon them. His face doesn't shine upon them. His face shines upon us. Okay, we're the apple of his eye. Go ahead.
Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called.
Them he also called. The people who he predestinated, them did he also call. That's why the master of the house went to his servant and said, occupy till I come. He called them. He said, occupy. Meaning, we're about our Father's business.
Exactly. And when you look up the word occupy, the word means, it simply goes back to business.
Okay? That's right. Because what did Mary say to Yahawashi? And what did Yahawashi say to Mary? Because Mary was looking for him, right? Was looking for Yahawashi. Because he was in the synagogue teaching them the niggas, right? But then Yahawashi turned around and said, don't you know I'm about my Father's business? He's occupying. Okay? So that's what we're doing.
You mean his family? His family came.
Yeah, his family was looking for him. They had lost him for a couple of days. Little did they know that he was in the synagogue teaching, innit? So when they found him, he said, listen, I'm doing my Father's business. Okay? So that's what we're doing, man. That's the point for when Yahawashi was separated unto the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? He departed from the world. Departed from his family, you know what I mean, everything like that. Okay, go ahead.
Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified.
Them he also justified through faith. So those who he predestinated, he gave. You should know better than that, man.
He's probably wearing it because, the law. Sometimes you don't even notice you got it on. Shalom, man. Because you got to wear it in the shop, and you have to wear it on the bus, so you just like, fuck, keep it.
Giving out fines, £100 fines if you don't put it on.
I got one of those.
But I ain't been wearing it. I've been on transport, I ain't been wearing it. Unless the surveyor comes on, that's when I put it on.
Yeah, you can't even appeal against that. I looked on the letter, you can't even appeal against it.
Yeah, because a guy was coming on the bus behind me. I usually just have mine quickly, do a quick thing, and I put it on. And the guy in front of me, and he said, I need a mic, like a middle class. And he said, I don't have it on me at the moment. And the driver was kind of like, well, you do have to have one. The guy behind me said, if you can't get on the bus, because everybody's on the edge right now. Get off the bus and there's a shop over there. Go and get people just on it. The man started shaking. He just got off and people on edge, man, about this little. That's Esau's conditioning, what he's done to us, man.
You know when the scripture says about certain people, they're going to betray others. It's in Matthew 24, people are going to betray one another and get them killed. Friends shall betray one another. And certain people might turn in certain people for not coinciding with the laws, the new laws. And say, listen, this person's not taking the vaccine, this person don't have their face mask on, and turn them into the feds. The feds come in, arrest you. You know, there are certain people snitch on one
like that.
I've got something to back up what you're saying.
But hold on, don't switch. Hold that, but don't switch over
Stay where I am.
Yeah, go ahead. Read that verse again.
This is back on Romans 8 and 30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified.
Them he also justified. What are we justified by right now? Faith. Okay, them who he called, he justified them through faith in who? Yahawashi, belief, man. Just simple, something as simple as belief. Just believing, man. Do you believe? Like a child, man, believing in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy and the boogeyman and those type of things, man.
Boogeyman's coming to get you.
You believed in certain things like that. You know, Yahawashi took a little child and put him on his lap because the disciples was refusing, telling the children to just get lost in it, scram. Yahawashi said, no, don't suffer the little children in it, because such as are the kingdom of heaven, man. You know? Any of you that aren't like this little child, you will in no wise enter into the kingdom.
That's funny because the children, what happened already before? A bunch of children came around here.
Yeah. So you gotta be, exactly.
So you gotta look at every single thing, man. Everything has a meaning.
And you see how the children have like a beautiful spirit to them.
Yeah, they do.
That's all in it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Especially them Jake children.
Yeah.
Something about them Jake children.
I know she gave eye contact with brothers and smiled. Little girl. Yeah.
But that's not really good. But this is what I'm saying. This is why a lot of the times the kids, man, things happen because the parents ain't really on it, man. Like, you ain't supposed to have your children running around like that, man. Amongst people like grown ass people.
Yeah. When I don't know if it still happens in schools, in primary schools, they used to tell you, sit you down and let you see these slides, and to say to all the kids. I remember it was regular, very regular in the 70s, 70s. And just telling you, if you see a stranger coming up to you with sweets, don't take it and don't go in the car. Don't let him lure you into the car. Did it still happen?
That was back then. That was back then.
So, can I just add something? I remember too, they used to do PSAs, which is public service announcements, where it'd be like, if there's a man sitting in the car outside the school and he says, do you want to come in and see my puppy?
Yes.
Don't say yes, don't get in the car. They don't do stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
I would never allow my children to be
running around, man. Wait. But that's what happens when you
hey, man, you know what's going on? Children are getting...
There you go.
This is word taken, man.
Yep.
This is what I'm looking for. Adopted and
Yep.
shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We're speaking about that.
You ever hear like certain children little
missing?
Yes.
And shit. No, that's not no coincidence. They're actually being taken. Their organs is being harvested.
Calm.
I would never allow my children. You see that little Jake child? I think she's with them, you know.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I think she's with them.
The Edomites? Fucking hell.
The mother's there and the father's there.
The mother was a Jake.
Yeah, but still, like, she's allowed her child.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous, man.
I don't trust
it's very dangerous.
Because pedophilia shit. I don't trust Edomites. So I will never trust an Edomite with my child, man. You don't know. Their way of thinking is different, isn't it?
That's definitely.
They want to touch your child and touch her melanin, and you know, it's weird, man.
My grandchildren, my niece and nephews, their mum's white. Their mum's white, but there's history that when you got a white mother, I'm not knocking white mothers and all that, but it's a different upbringing. They grow up. So my brother had tug of war.
But you have to understand, they look at us differently. They're not going to look at this brother the same way I look at this brother. They look at this brother and they see, he's got melanin. His hair is different and everything. I don't see him as a brother.
Yeah.
They look at him like he's some golden
child.
I need to feed off of his euro. That's how they look at our children and shit, man. They don't look at our children the way we look at them, man.
Yeah. But this is why.
You know what I mean? That's why that's why I couldn't allow them. That's why Job said I can't allow them to be among even the dogs of my flock, man.
Stains.
You know what I'm saying?
But this is why this is why the fathers got to take over the household. When you don't have no fathers in the household, because see, I know this, right? Most women, they don't really care, man, to be honest with you, about their kids. That's just what I'm seeing, because I've seen so many cases of the little kids just running around the place in the store, and you looking around like, where's the parent at? Nowhere to be seen. So you have a lot of this going on where the kids are just running rampant, and you trying to find where the parent is at. Because, hey, how I grew up, it was different. How we all grew up was different, You had to stick with your dad. Yo, boy, get over here.
Yeah, and if I was outside, it'd be a certain barrier. Don't go behind that line, or I'll get lashes.
My dad was like that with me.
Yeah, see?
I had to be back by a certain time.
See? Yeah. So that's just that's what happens when you have fathers. But when you just have a mom raising the kids, they don't. It's like they don't really care. I'm not saying that they don't care, but it's just that they ain't on it like that. So if you got the dad, now the dad, he's gonna be more concerned about his kid. If I have a son or a daughter, man, them bad boys are gonna stick right around me. When they get to a certain age, let's say they like 12 or 14, then they may venture off. But when they like 8, 9 years old, they sticking by me.
But I think in the scriptures now, in the kingdom, we'd have to worry about that, about our children getting lost or nothing like that.
Well, in the kingdom, that's going to happen. We ain't going to worry about that. But I'm talking about now.
Yeah, now,
Shit, man.
in the kingdom, everything's going to be different. I think the scripture's talking about that, how, forget how the scriptures go, but you won't have to worry about that type of stuff.
But I'm saying now, brother, because like you said, you got a lot of, do you know how many pedophiles out here, man?
Yeah.
Hey, you know about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of so-called white men, they're into little boys, man.
Definitely.
So you better protect your young ones. Because they out to get them, they out to defile your children. Go on, brother, be that.
Something about the difference between Jake and Edomite children. When I was a kid and my mum used to take me and my brother out shopping, she'd be like, behave yourselves. If we acted up, we'd get a backhand straight away.
Right.
And I'd see the Edomite kids and they'd be like rolling around on the floor in the supermarket, like throwing temper
Yeah.
tantrums. And the Edomite mother's not even doing anything. She's shopping and the kids are just, rolling around on the floor. And something that pisses me off, like my mum would say, never sit on the floor, it's dirty. But they don't do that. They'll sit on the floor, then they'll go home and they'll sit in their bed with the same clothes that they've walked in the street.
Yeah, that's how they are. Yeah, because and like you were saying in the kingdom, and the brother's correct. We don't have to worry about that in the kingdom because why? Because our children, they're gonna have some kind of power, and the creatures are not gonna, touch them.
What a precept.
Hey, let's get it. Let's read it.
This is Isaiah 11:6. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb.
Yeah.
And the leopard shall lie down with the kid.
Right.
And the calf and the young lion and the fatling together.
So basically everything, the lion is going to continue to do what it's going to do, what have you, right? But what I'm saying is the kingdom of heaven is going to be peaceful. It's going to be super peaceful
come to the food.
to where children can do what they want. And the nation's going to know better. The nations are going to know not to deal with our children the way that they think they can deal with our children. Otherwise, they're going to get that lash, man. They're going to get that head chopped off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I'm not saying now. I'm talking about in the kingdom.
Yeah.
But there's going to be some serious repercussions.
That's right.
So they better not mess with our kids.
That's right.
Because we could just simply appear and do what we want to. Go on, brother.
And a calf and a young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. And a cow and a bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together.
Yeah.
And the lion shall eat straw like an ox. And the suckling child shall play on the hole of an asp.
Right, so that's talking about a baby. A baby's going to be able to play with snakes. That's how peaceful the kingdom's going to be. But in this society, man, shit, you better watch your child, man. You better watch your kid because the Edomites are out there. There's so many videos on YouTube. I think you know what I'm talking about. There's so many videos on YouTube, right? It's all right. There's so many, I think they did that by purpose to get our attention. There's so many videos on YouTube of these Edomites getting caught slipping by trying to chat to children as they think they're children, but they're decoys. There's so many of them. All you gotta do is type in nonce exposed, and you'll see all kind of Edomites.
Fucking hell.
Thousands of them.
I couldn't watch it because I'll be too angry, Ark. I'm just looking for myself.
Yeah, catch a predator, right. There's so many.
It's always businessmen as well.
These
high offices.
Yep.
It's always them.
You think men like that should be trying to get the finest women, bro?
Yeah.
Trying to get the creme de la creme. They're trying to get the creme de la creme boys, man. That's what they're trying to get, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it remind me of that video clip I sent to you, brothers, man. Where he had a little kid, the Edomite kid talking to his mom in the car. Shut up! Shut up!
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the little nigga tried to speak to his father the same way, and he buried him alive, man. For that. You know what I mean? So I show you there's two different ways that Jake and Esau train up their kids, innit? But anyway, let's go back to that thing, innit?
Yeah, you couldn't hit your pops, man. You hit your pops, boy, yeah, you would be dead. Shit.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man. That's just and like you're right, that's just the difference between growing up in a Jake, family setting versus an Edomite setting. You couldn't talk against your parents. No way, man. Because your father, man, he'll lay the smack down in your ass, man.
You want back to on the elect?
Yep, we did.
I'm bugging.
Back on that. Back on Romans. Just juggling with these scriptures. Romans 8 and 30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And on whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified.
Them who justified, them has he also glorified. And that's what we're waiting for, man. You can't be glorified in these bodies. We need to be glorified in those the heavenly tabernacles, man. Okay?
We could never be glorified in these bodies. Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? We need to be different from the people who we're going to be ruling over. We need to be different from them. Because our glory, there's another glory of flesh, another glory of the heavenly, man, and earthly. All right. So let's go. What are we going back to? Something about
There was Isaiah 41 and there was Isaiah 11.
Yeah, go and get whatever you got.
All right, back to Isaiah 11. I never finished this.
Someone get the piece about the elect angels. Just type in elect angels.
Should I continue?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 11 and 7. And the cow and the bear shall feed.
I got it.
Their young ones shall lie down together. And the lion shall eat straw like an ox. And the suckling child shall play on the hole of an asp.
1 Timothy 5 verse 21. 1 Timothy 5 and 21. Read that again, sir. Don't get the animal. Get the ones about the elect.
What scriptures on the elect?
Give me
I got you. Isaiah.
I got the Timothy.
They shall judge among the nations. They shall judge among the nations. As Isaiah
Chapter
1.
2.
Is it 2 verse 4? They shall judge among the nations and rebuke many people. Go on. Go ahead.
Yeah, Timothy.
Yeah,
this is 1 Timothy 5 verse 21.
Yeah, go on.
I charge thee before the Most High and the Lord Yahawashi and the elect angels, that thou observe these things without preferring one before another,
Right.
doing nothing by partiality.
Right. I charge thee before the Most High and the elect angels, man. So we're actually angels. Alright? We're what do you call it? The angels that left their first estate, cast into chains of iron, reserved until the day of judgment, man. Okay? Somebody give me that. Maybe that's in Jude. Okay? So that was in Timothy. That was the letter that Paul wrote to Timothy, man. I charge you before the Most High and the elect angels, man. Talking about the brothers within the tabernacle. Okay? That's right.
It's all about the elect. So the Lord is only dealing with the elect.
Jude 1 and 6. Go on.
This is Jude 1 and 6. It says, actually, let me read from 1 and 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, after destroyed them that believe not, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath preserved in everlasting chains under darkness, unto the judgment of the great day.
But that's us. Okay? Because we left our first estate. Just like how Yahawashi did, man. Okay? It says in John chapter 1, St. John 1, and I believe it's 12 or something like that. It said that the word became flesh and dwelt among us, man.
Oh yeah, that's John 1.
Yeah. The word became flesh and dwelt among us. So that's what happened to us. We were angels and we dwelt among mankind.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what happened. Alright? That's what happened because there's a thing called the Most High likens his judgment unto a ring.
Yeah.
In fact, let's get that. That's in what's it? That's in freaking Israel. So I believe it's chapter 5.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Verse 12.
Verse 12.